Getting your first gig is the easiest thing. You're gonna get it. What every recruiter wants is, do you have the right mindset? It's not, do you have the skills? You can develop the skills. In product-led line of business, the ideology is that you have to consume it. And it's very common today. A lot of customers, a lot of sales reps today, they only sell licenses to customers. They don't bloody care if they're using it or not. But your job as a support engineer is not to only help customers fix their problem, but of course to also let them understand the features that come with the license they are paying for and help them to use it to their business needs. Breaking it down from the overview to down level, right, is what line of business, what is happening in trial nurturing is different from what is happening in business assist. You got an invite from trial nurture, the way you're going to prepare for it is going to be the way you prepare for you get an invite from business assist. It's going to be different from you get an invite from consumer line of business. It's going to be different from how you prepare for your interview for a CSP project. If you have the right mindset, attitude, mentality, and you know about the product, and you're averagely technical, there is no solution you need today. Artificial intelligence is there. AI is going to give you. Google, there's no problem you want to face today. You can actually Google, you can actually Bing it. You can see it on the Bing. It's an happy customer. Happy customer will always come back. And that is the easiest way to sell. Hey, I met somebody from Microsoft supported me yesterday. Oh, but I've never seen that kind of support in my life. I'm leaving that product I'm using. You people need to come. I'll give you a good example. We went to a shop to go and get some shoes, me and my friend, and we went to buy a shoe, but they were able to actually sell to us additional products just because of the relationship they created, just because how they engage with us, just because the way they actually create that conversations. So same thing applies to the new modern support. While you are actually engaging with customer, your relationship, your engagement, asking the discovery question, you can understand if, because for example, customer is using Microsoft 365 Basic. And during the conversation, customer say, "Yeah, sometimes I always wish I can just send my emails on my Outlook client. I can configure my Teams on my, I wish I don't like going to the online to go and access my Teams. No, you don't need to go to online. Why can't you just upgrade to professional? When you have professional, you can have all these client application and you do everything on your mobiles, on your laptop, on your palm top, on your mini top. Bro, there's no way you are bringing that kind of mentality to an interview. In a product-led environment, you've gotten the job. The next thing people don't understand is your soft skills. Soft skills doesn't mean that how you speak English, but speaking English is also very part. I've shared my story. I was on a session yesterday with some people. I told people that when I was trying to join Upwork, I was rejected 5 times, and I wasn't rejected because I'm not good. No, I wasn't, even if I share some of my what I call it feedbacks, because at some point I was like, hey, oh boy, are we sure that this is not a big problem? I asked for feedbacks and they send it to me, say the engineer or the potential engineer is very, very sound and technical. He has average or zero soft skills, and he has a very thick accent. So which means you are, because most of support roles, you are not supporting people from your locality. And truly, then I have a thick accent. I think I still have to, right? But it's better now, right? I can tweak. It depends on who I'm speaking with. I always feel like as for the fact that I'm knowledgeable, I'm very, very technical. I don't need, the English is not very, very important, or the way I communicate or the way I converse with people is not very, very important. Please, you are getting it wrong. Active listening, the way you actually transform information, your speech is very, very important. The way you compose all your speech, the way you answer your questions are also very, very important. That being said, there are some things more than the speaking itself. Your body language, your mentality, your attitude. And that's true. One of the biggest problems today is that we are now becoming non-customer centric. And we feel like most people are coming into the project. Yeah, money is fine. Money could be the driving force, but the first thing that should come is customer. An interviewer want to actually identify your sense of human in that aspect. Your writing skills, email writing skills. How do you converse with customer through emails? There's no way I'm doing an interview with you. I'm going to ask you a direct question. I ask you to try to send an initial response through emails. Let me see how you're going to how you're going to compose your email, introduce yourself, how you're going to scope cost issues, and how you're going to jump, or is it that you're just going to jump into the conclusion? You've not understand the problem. You're already jumping into the conclusion in your first emails. How would the empathy? How do you feel? Like, did you actually feel the pain of customer? Put yourself in customer's shoes. The way you react, the way you actually make your response to some questions on empathy. Customers raise a ticket and say that when customer jump on the call, he was shouting, blah, 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 right? How would you actually manage such customer? Everybody can actually answer those kind of questions. But the approach at which you're using to answer those questions are very, very important. So soft skills are much, much important. Soft skills is that something that can actually makes you to actually hold on a customer, be in control of customer situations, put that courage to customer that you are in the right hand. So when I was in tech expert, I'm very, very sound technically, but soft skill, I'm not that sound. Like if customer is ranting on the call, I'm already checking. There's this girl, her name is Beju. I think she's now an operation manager. Beju is not technical, but there's no customer that Beju cannot engage. She's going to get good customer feedback. So you understand that customers sometimes doesn't really care about your technicality. Some customer doesn't really care, maybe you solve their problem 100% or not, but how you make them feel much more important. It takes more than technicality. It takes more than technicality to actually be at that level. You're handling the customer, you're handling that your first asset. A lot of people are leaving opportunities, gig opportunities today because of their bad mentality, bad attitude, zero customer centric. I would rather take an average engineer in my team with the right mindset, attitude, passion, will, than take you that you feel like you're extremely good, excellent guy, top SharePoint specialist. And you just come in and feel you come in anytime, you don't collaborate with the team, you don't do anything. No, I'm not even talking about you going for interview now. You have to have that mindset. If you really want to, to be successful, you have to have that right mindset. You need to show interviewers that you have the right mindset, passion, you have purpose. Then another thing is that reassurance. Every customer wants reassurance. And trust me, technicality does not do that. Your soft skills does that. Every job has its own job description. It's not a must that you don't, because of desperation, and go and be preparing for what you can't meet up with. There are some people that are very smart, that they can pick up some preparation in the next 2 weeks and they'll still get the job done. And you need to understand what are the expectations. So based on the expectations, it could be proactive business, it could be reactive business. If it's proactive business, what business is not proactive business? Is it a business assist? Is it trial nurturing? What are the things that trial nurturing engineers need to have? It's different from what a business assist engineer needs to have. It's different from what an NPP engineer needs to have. It's different from what consumer engineer needs to have. So you can see the way I'm preparing for different LOB is different. This guy is business assist. Hey, they are investing for business assist. Who are business assist? There are some customers that they are SMBs, small, medium businesses. They don't have money to recruit IT personnel. That's a business assist. So they subscribe to Microsoft so that anytime they have issues, there are some customers that they only have like maybe 1 or 2 staffs, and they use Exchange, they use Teams, they use OneDrive to store their files, with the supermarket. So which means that most of these customers is all about end users. Have to come down to their level. They are not technical. They just subscribe to a support role for Microsoft. They have our licenses. So which means that the first thing is that each customer that I have, I must understand their businesses. How does each Microsoft product solve the business needs? So I have to come to their level, layman language. These guys are not technical. It's different from I'm requesting to do an interview with Global English. You are talking with the highly technical engineers. Global English, most of the customers are the IT administrators of a Globacom, managing 1,000 seats already. To some level, they are technical. The way you relate to those kinds of customers is different from relating to customers that are using their business assist. So you can see, knowing where you want to go and do the interview is very, very important. So you can see, getting interview is not that nobody expects you to know it all. The thing is that, do you even know where you're coming? Do you even know the expectation? You're coming to CSP interview, you don't know about GoDaddy. You should make your reference. They say that it's CSP, cloud solution provider. The first question is that I'm going to ask the recruiter, who is the cloud solution provider that you're supporting? GoDaddy. I want to research about GoDaddy. But it's unfortunate today, people just wake up and come for interview sessions and, They feel like I'm going to ask them. Another thing is that nobody's going to be asked. Gone are those days they will ask that what is the shared mailbox? Who asked that? Scenario based. Then that being said, sorry, I'm going to talk about this. Tech in the Slum project for people in Lagos, Nigeria. Maybe most of us have never seen. We're going to be having Tech in the Slum, December 16, where we are taking the technology to the slum. We all know the life in the slum. I'm very passionate about this because my life is more or less like a life from the slum. You know, for people that know my story very well, right? I also grew up in a very rough environment, and it's very difficult to actually grow because we source for the information ourselves. You know, we have to tweet our things to get there where we are today. But of course, what we're doing is that we're giving back to society. This is going to be for free for them. We're going to train them for free. We're going to equip them with laptops. We're going to give them with internet if we have the right people. If we can pick one person from the family, one or two, if they are today, they have a job, they can also help others. It's not that it's going to be organic reaction. They can also help more people in the slum. And from there, we have a tech community in the slum. And maybe one day the slum becomes, an attractive environment for people and not like, place where everybody's running away from. That's the ideology. So it's not only about money. It's more than money. You can donate material things to, clothes, food, school bags, anything for the kids or for the young ones you can donate. So that's that about that. That's about the project that we have in the slum coming in December. See, every day things are changing. If you just put yourself in a position and I know it all, trust me, we are going to leave you behind. The technology is going to leave you behind. Now, artificial intelligence is taking the role. Copilot is coming into the project. You don't need to say, hey, I don't know about Copilot. Go and read about Copilot. How is Copilot changing the business? We had a session, was it some days back, last week, about Copilot, and we're still going to talk more about it. Read more about it. You need to be at the level and speed of technology. And trust me, that is where your relevance is coming, All right, guys. So I think I've said a lot today. I believe we've been able to learn one or two things. The most important thing here is, I know it's not something that you're going to pick up a day, but it's something that you needed to know.
A lot of people say there's a lot of emphasis on soft skills. So I ask myself, is there too much emphasis on soft skill? What exactly are the soft skills? Empathy. You see, this empathy plays a key role in your success as a support person.